name is Stephanie Bizignano, and this is my speech about dog rehabilitation. This is my audience, and Danielle behind the camera. Okay, to start off, I would like to say that dogs should be rehabilitated if they bite. There should be no need for euthanasia unless it is a last resort. Puppies spend most of their time chewing things and playing, and biting is a huge portion of that when they are young. All dogs know what they are capable of, so a bite is definitely not an accident. Depending on how they bite you can mean a lot. There are different degrees to dog biting. Dr. Ian Dunbar has come up with 6 levels. The first is whether or not it left any evidence of damage. If there was no marks left at all, then that's level 1. Level 2 is if there were any pressure and it left little indentations or red marks on your skin. And level 3 is if there were any punctures that are no less than half the length of the tooth. Now, level 4 gets to where rehabilitation can sometimes not be so great. If there was 1 to 4 punctures and they are more than half of the length of at least one tooth, then that is considered level 4. Level 5 is if there are complete bite marks and multiple bites. Level 6 is the worst, and that is if the attack led to permanent damage or death of the person that was bitten. And second, some dogs are candidates for rehabilitation and some are not. Dogs who were either level 1 through 3 of the biting are the best candidates for rehabilitation, and 4 through 6 is not as great, but they can still sometimes be rehabilitated. If dogs were able to stop themselves from causing any harm, then that is the best type of dog to rehabilitate, as they specifically did not want to cause damage. Now, most dogs that bite were provoked. There could be tons of different reasons for this. Fear is a huge cause. If a dog doesn't feel safe, then they will definitely bite. If a dog is feeling that their owner or themselves are in jeopardy, they will also sometimes bite. This is definitely something that can be stopped. And last is tense situations. If a dog feels that they could possibly be in danger, they may also attack. How a dog reacts after they bite is also a very good telltale sign to rehabilitation. If they go back to sleep or they run away, then that is definitely more of they were provoked. If a dog gets prepared to bite again, it could be a sign of aggression, which sometimes could be a problem in the rehabilitation process. Now, these are the negative factors that can happen after a dog bite. Many dogs, after biting, they don't really put them into categories. They don't say whether it was provoked or whether it was just an accidental bite, and that can lead to homeowner insurance being canceled, as well as the dog being put on what is considered the dangerous dogs list, which could lead to the dog either not being able to be kept in the home or needing to be taken out of the jurisdiction. And sometimes, in some states, there is a problem where you will still be liable for the dog even if it is rehomed and is in a completely different area, because it was once your dog and you did know that it was a biter, then you could be held liable on top of the new owners. Now, if you want to keep your dog after a dog bite, there are a few reasons that would be great. If the dog was provoked, you need to find how to get out of that situation, how to keep the dog from getting there, and how it is that you can stop the situations from happening. Now, managing the dog can be either just taking them out of the situations and putting them into a room when there's company, or things such as muzzles, cages, anything like that. And last but not least is the best part about rehabilitation is that you should get a trainer. Anybody that is a professional is the best to go to. Trained animal behaviorists They tend to use positive reinforcement, which is the best way to do it. Giving them a treat when they do something right, and then a small pat or some sort of non-verbal communication showing them that they're doing something wrong. But you have to make sure that you work with the trainer, because if the trainer is the only person doing it, then they will only listen to them and they won't listen to the owner. And that is a major problem with most training, is that people send their dog off to be trained, and then when they come home, they don't listen. And not all dogs that bite are bad dogs. Sometimes it's just a really great dog that just felt like their owner was in danger. If you take immediate action to stop the problem with a dog like that, then you're more likely to have them be rehabilitated very quickly. Sometimes you won't need any of this. And also, sometimes it could be a medical problem. If you feel that that's the problem, then you should take your dog to the vet and have a full medical workup. Now, like I just said, a dog can bite for medical reasons. They can sometimes fear and need to protect themselves. Sometimes they feel they need to protect their owners or their family. And sometimes it's more of a problem where they need to feel like they're in charge. They feel as though they're not the alpha, and that could be a major problem. Then there is the health problems. Tumors can cause pain, and then just touching the dog when they're in pain can lead to problems, and can also lead to biting when they feel the pain. And then there's also problems such as cancer and things like that can cause chemical imbalances, and then that could also cause aggression, and sometimes there's a medical cure for that where they can take a medication, it can make them feel better, and then all the imbalances are handled. Now, there are some times where euthanasia is the best choice for the dog, and when that happens, it's usually a dog that is ill, and when it comes to things like that, sometimes it's best for the dog so that they're not suffering. Then there are also the dogs that just can't be rehabilitated. They've been trained and they're still aggressive. Sometimes those are dogs that were beaten, or they're just that aggressive that they cannot be rehabilitated. Now, euthanasia should never be the first option. But this is my dog, Maddie. We actually got her after she bit a police officer, and she is a great dog. She is a little food aggressive, but other than that, she really doesn't bite anybody. Thankfully, the police officer did not report it, so we've been able to train her, and now she no longer bites. And last but not least, I would like to say that not all dogs should be put into a group. Just because you bite does not mean that you're a bad dog. So we should really think before we euthanize dogs, and it should always be the last option. Thank you for listening to me. Again, my name is Stephanie, and I look forward to all of your speeches. Thank you.